Okay, so I need a therapy session, and I don't have therapy until next Thursday, so I need you all to be my therapist, okay? So listen, PTSD, that's like a real thing for parents who have experienced medical challenges with their kids. You all know my story, but if you don't, there's plenty of videos about it. But basically, I almost lost my 10-year-old this past spring due to it started out as the flu, it turned into something way, way serious very, very quickly. So now my 7-year-old, who is going to be 8 tomorrow, like what a lousy way to spend your birthday, she has an ear infection. Really simple infection, right? Like kids get ear infections all the time, except hers seems to be getting worse now. We've been to the pediatrician twice. The antibiotics that they put her on originally, they're not really working, so they're putting her on something stronger. And now she developed like a really high fever today, and her blood pressure was high. So right away, I'm like calling my mom and my sister. My sister is a nurse, and my mom actually also went through nursing school. So I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out. Like her blood pressure was high. She's got a high temperature, and they're like, okay, high blood pressure is a sign of, that your body's in pain because she's in a fever, whatever. I called the pediatrician. They called me back, but it still doesn't take away like just this fear that this is going to turn into something worse. Any infection can turn into sepsis. And now that I know that, that has been my brain pretty much like for the last couple of days since things have not really been getting better. So I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna go into septic shock from an ear infection, which is very possible, but is probably not going to happen. And I don't know if that's PTSD or if that's just like me being crazy and just like worst case scenario from everything that has happened. But I just really need to like talk through this because if you, I know I do have followers and I do have mutuals who are parents of children who continue to have, high medical needs. Is this normal? How do you deal with it? I will probably talk to my therapist about this next week, but typically there's like a lot of things that we talk about all like kind of rolled into one. So I don't know if I'll really like remember everything. So in this moment, I want to talk about it now. And you all are like such good listeners. So thanks for listening.